What's up, guys? Hey. So just be waiting for Dan. Our interview with Dan is about to begin. I hope you guys are excited, because I am. Hi. It's a good Saturday for some hip hop guys. Welcome to Party for Tonight. Dan, where you at? Oh, sorry guys. By the way, my name is Jasmine and I'll be conducting the interview with Dan. Okay, Dan is joining us now. Just waiting. Follow me at OK Jazzy. Hey. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, and how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
100%, yes, I can.
Oh, okay. I was just struggling to hear you a little bit there, so.
Sorry? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Perfect. I hear you.
Perfect.
How are you?
I'm doing good, Jasmine, yeah. I just woke up now, feeling fresh, feeling good. It's a Saturday, the sun is shining, even though it's winter now, so I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. I love the winter sun, by the way. It's dangerous, but I love it.
It's misleading as well.
All right, then. Thank you for joining us. And just going to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Tell me, how did your whole journey start doing music?
Okay, so essentially, it dates all the way back to when I first started producing, which was all the way back in 2007. But at that stage I wasn't a rapper yet, right? I was just still on the beats, and I got into music, I was influenced by the likes of 50 Cent and them at the time, and then that prompted me to actually just give it a go, because I was like, I got all these beats and no one's gonna rap on them, so might as well. And sure enough, I just started writing, and obviously the more you write, the easier and the better it becomes for you. So I just got into the flow, and then that's how it started for me, essentially, all the way in 2007. And it's now 2019, so been doing it for quite some time, but I think I'm getting there.
Well, so you still produce though?
100%, yeah. So Jet Lag and Monster, the EP I dropped last year, are all produced by me, save for 2 songs which are produced by Langy Beats, very dope producer as well. But most of my stuff, it's either, if I don't produce it, then Patrick will produce for me, Patrick XX Lee, or my other cousin Caesar. So it's kind of like a family thing as well, in terms of how many musicians and artists there are and around me as well. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't take coincidences in life to be just coincidences. I think it's a divine purpose, if I can put it like that. And that's how I see it. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool, really interesting. And what are the current challenges that you're facing right now, in terms of all of that? You have family around you, so do they give you some sort of support as well? And are there any other challenges that you're facing?
Yeah, well, there'll always be challenges for artists in any industry, but I think for me in South Africa, where I am right now, the main challenge was not even necessarily support. Support will always be a challenge, because you need to get your own fan base that can support you consistently and carry you throughout, right? But besides that, my family's always been supportive. It's just never been easy, because obviously not everyone's born with a silver spoon in their mouths, and not everyone's privileged enough to be able to decide what career they want to do and just go ahead and do it with the financial support of their family members and all that. So with me, the main challenge was balancing my academic commitments and obligations with the need and the desire to create music and be a creative, using my right brain, so I think finding that balance was very tricky at that time. And I think I'm getting a hang of it now. But that was extremely tricky, and it will always be tricky. And time management and finding the balance between work and life will always be difficult, especially in a corporate environment. I think that's one of the main challenges I go through as well. Another one I'd say would be obviously financial support. As an independent artist, it's really hard to break out in the industry because you got to push yourself. That's it. You literally have to push yourself financially, emotionally, and mentally. You got to push yourself. So if you don't have the investors or the big label backings and contacts, it is going to be tough. But, you know, it's not an excuse, and anyone can do it. You know, I mean, you just try hard enough and you have a plan. Sooner or later, it will work out if you just stick to it. And I think in 2019, I'm starting to see those results now, although before then I wouldn't have seen that, you know, and it's hard as an artist on the come up when you don't see yourself where you want to be, or you turn on the TV and you see the videos that you want to be played with and you're not there. And it's kind of a bitter pill to swallow, you feel me? But, you know, you just got to keep your wits about you and trust the process. Everything will work out 100%.
So true, man. I love the positive energy, and it's amazing. It's awesome. I guess, you know, that's what really keeps everyone. That's amazing. And okay.
Sorry to cut you off, Jasmine, but like that support structure as well. Sorry, that could be a challenge for artists as well, because if you don't have a good support structure to help you identify these challenges that you're going through and them like directing you in the right way that you need to go, it can be even more difficult for you to get your music and your work out there as an independent artist, because you do need that support. You need real people who are going to be there supporting you and telling you the truth, not just yes men who are just there in studio for the hype or for the rider or just for the VIP tickets or whatever. You need people that are going to be listening to your music and telling you the truth, like nah, bro, you didn't hit that note, you know, do it again, or like nah, that punchline is not the one. I think you should try and say 1, 2, 3. So, you know, I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of good people like that around me, and I think that's what's also helped me get to where I am today. Yeah, support is extremely like imperative. I can't stress that enough. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. You need honest people around you. You need it. So like on a more lighter note, like what excites you so much? What interests you, like, you know, about your music, your artistic career? What gives you that, you know, that excitement more besides
that push, that excitement?
Yeah.
Quite a few things. I think for us to think about it, that's actually a good question. What excites me? You know, I don't know if do you have any experience in of being in studio?
No, not a professional studio. No, I've been to the home studios.
Yeah. The home studios, professional studios, the same thing. Sometimes even the home studio is much better because you're more comfortable in that space and you're more free to experiment and do what you need to do.
Yeah,
you know?
people like Jenny Aiko, she does that as well.
Exactly. And then you just take it to the professionals to touch it up and do the mastering and mixing and all that stuff, right? So I think for me, what excites me is that being in that zone, in that moment, creatively, and having, you know, when something comes together, it's such a beautiful feeling, you know, when you collaborate with artists as well, and not just sending each other features and stuff like that, but like actually collaborating, you know, sorry, locked by mistake, actually like collaborating. And getting in the studios, exchanging ideas. I really love that about the music. You know, it shows like how much we can do when we come together. And I think right now we're at a stage in the industry where we all need to put our resources together as artists and come together and sort of unite as an industry, because I think there's just a bit too much, like we're not working as closely as I think we should be as an industry, if I'm being honest. And I think we need to make attempts at reaching out with everyone, you know, even if it's not in your genre, like if you do hip hop, but then you try and reach out to alternative artists or gospel or even the Yanos, as what they call now, you know what I mean? And just getting in there and collaborating with them. I think we need to do that more because the industry is open for everyone and we can all benefit. It's not a thing of we competing with one another. So I think that's the mentality that we're coming in through with me and my guys. You know, we're not trying to compete with artists. We know that's not our point. Yeah. Because I mean, you know what I mean? Like music is not like any other industry, such as construction or food. Let's take bread for example. If I go to Spar, right, and I buy a loaf of bread, it won't be necessary for me to buy another loaf of bread right now because I have one loaf of bread, right? I can eat that and I'll be full. But with music, you can never be full with music. I can go buy an album right now, and I can buy another 3, 4, 5, 7, until however many amounts of albums I want, and listen to them whenever and how many times I can. So I think we just need to adapt the way we treat and the industry as well. I just think that we need to develop in that regard. But for me, collaborating with artists is so exciting. To get back to your question, I really love that in studio. It's very like the energy that you get from it is just so pure, Jasmine. Yeah.
I love that, man. So let's talk about your new single, Jet Lag.
Yes, sir.
What was the process, into all of it?
Yeah. Okay, Jet Lag. So I'm gonna give you some low-key information that no one really else knows. So
yes,
with Jet Lag, I produced Jet Lag, right? I sampled forgot the name. I'll get you the name from him. He's a very good producer. So I did it at home in my home studio. In fact, I'll give you a tour of my home studio right now since we're here. So what happened is, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'll walk and talk if you don't mind, Jasmine. So
I don't mind.
What happens is, yeah, I'm here with my brothers, we're chilling. So what happens is, here is basically my setup. Like you said, the home studio, right? So just have my laptop, mic, speakers, the standard stuff, right? Nothing too special. And that's where I made Jet Lag. Like, I know it doesn't sound like that, yeah, but because I got the engineers, some American guys by the name of Nish Jones and Magnum Sound Productions. Very good guys. They know what they're doing as well.
So you record the song there and then you send it over to them?
Yes, 100%. Then I'll send it to them digitally. They'll listen. We'll talk. We'll exchange ideas. I'll tell them how it should sound or whatever, and then they'll send it back to me. And then, that's the finished product. And that's how Jet Lag came about, because at the time when I was making Monster, I wanted something a bit more upbeat. I wanted something that can play in the clubs. I wanted something people can vibe to and relate to. So I thought, why not with Jet Lag? And the jets came from the fact that I'd done a lot of flying in that month. And not even a lot, like 3 or 4, but just like twice in the space of 2 months, which was rare for me. And I was just like, you know what? I can get used to this. I don't feel jet lag. Albeit it wasn't like an international flight for like 13 hours where you always jet lag. But it was just like a song that I wanted to express that, no matter what you're doing, how many times you're working. So it's actually a metaphor for my life at this point, because I've been doing, I was trying to juggle my legal career and the music. So when I make a reference to jet lag, that's me talking about all the trips you take to work, all the trips you take to studio and everything, and still having to do more on top of that, It's building from,
So when you were talking about corporate, you mean you were a lawyer? Yeah. So you were a lawyer and
yes, that's correct.
Wow.
100%. And I actually just got admitted last week Thursday, so I can officially call myself a lawyer now. But before that, I was still like a candidate attorney and stuff, because I was doing my articles, which is also what made it more tricky. I don't know how much you know about articles and lawyers and things like that and how hard they work, but trust me, Jasmine, it's not nothing. It's more than a 95. It's a 99. Yeah, pretty much.
So good that you're juggling both and you're not suppressing your creative side. I think that is important in life.
Yeah,
and not just focus on one thing and like put yourself in,
100%, Jasmine. And I think also you don't have to quit your school or your job to focus on a dream that's more creative or that's in the arts. Yeah. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I respect artists that do that. In fact, those are the artists that blow up more because they have a plan and they know what they want to do. They know that they don't have any interest in the corporate. So why would they put themselves through this? It's just a waste of time, and it's keeping them away from doing what they love, right? And I respect that. Another person I look up to is my cousin Patrick Lee as well. He did that. He knew. And we were together at the time. He knew. He told me, he's like, nah, dog, this is not for me. I have to pull out. And with me, though, I couldn't do that, my plan was different, and we all have our own plans, you know what I mean? So I just thought, let me just try and, let me get through the academics, right? Let me get my credentials and all that, and then it's going to work together in the future. And now I'm seeing it come together. And at the time, maybe you don't see the return, but, with the, having good people around you again, giving you good advice, telling you, you know what, you already started, don't drop out. There's no point, you know, finish the race. You know what I mean? If you're in school, if you're starting, finish the race. You know what I mean? And one advice I can give to other upcoming artists and people that are trying to balance two different careers or two different business ventures, whatever it may be, is that, you know, listen to that, you know, there's no need to rush the journey. Might teach you things that you'll need later on when you get to where you need to go, you know. And for instance, with me, like the academics and the corporate side of it taught me discipline. Sorry, Jasmine, I know I'm yapping a lot, but it really taught me discipline, and like that's something I can use throughout my life.
Well, you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
You're a lawyer, so I understand. You talk for a living. You're breaking a little bit. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind standing somewhere with better connection?
Oh,
you're breaking
sorry.
a little.
Yeah.
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 That's a little
I hope
bit.
it's better now. Yeah, I think I went too far. Sorry. Excuse the pun. Took it too far.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
And sorry, Jasmine, can I ask you a question as well? So like, yeah, I've never met you, and like it's the first time we're speaking, but I'd like to know more about you as well. Like, how did you get involved with Party for Tonight? Like, what's your show about? You know?
Really? Okay. Can I ask you one last question, and then I'll tell you more about myself, how I got there?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Just wanted to find out, where can people find you? Like, will you be at any events where people can find you? Like any events?
100%. So 100%. Ooh, that's actually a good point. Yeah. Because this weekend is very busy. You know, I'll start with yesterday. We dropped the trailer for Jet Lag. There's a music video for Jet Lag that's coming soon. That's a big thing as well. And I'll definitely hit you up when that drops so that you can have a copy and you can have a view as well before everyone else. That's coming out firstly. Then tomorrow, my brother Costa Titch is hosting a concert at Cantare, right? And it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. So like, everybody must pull up. That's the energy that's gonna be there tomorrow. That's literally the energy. You know what I'm saying? So trust me.
It's in Johannesburg?
Yes, it's in Johannesburg. It's in Monte Casino in Fourways. Yeah. Have you been to Cantare before?
No, I haven't. I'm sure people would love to know it is. That's why I asked. So Monte Casino.
Yeah, Monte Casino. Yeah, it's definitely inside the mall.
That's today or tomorrow?
That's tomorrow, the 2nd of June. It starts at 5. Is it 5? I can't remember where it starts, but I know it's free. It's 50 Rand before 7 p.m. So I think 50 Rand is also reasonable. And I'm not saying that because I think I can afford it. I'm saying that because compared to the cost of living and how much it is to go out and groove these days, 50 Rand is extremely reasonable. Do you understand? And it's much easier to hustle a 50 Rand than it is to hustle 100 Rand. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think you should pull up. It's going to be a vibe. I'm performing. Costa's performing. A lot of other artists are performing. Boskasu just dropped a Move video as well. With Casper Invest will be there. A lot of other artists will be there as well. So it's going to be such a vibe, Jasmine. Pull up. Yes.
And then, sorry, one last question. If people want to book you, you know, like how much you charge? I'm kidding. Don't tell me how much you charge. Like,
you know what, man? Because I'm a lawyer. I charge per hour, sweetheart. So, like, let's not get into that. You feel me?
Yeah, it's okay. I understand. But how can they get a hold of you if they want to
so, well, yeah. So, essentially, firstly, my social media handles are all Dan MWALE. That's my name, Dan MWALE, Dan_MWALE, right? Or they can hit us up on the email, which is kotmgmt@gmail.com. But if you just send us a direct message or a text, even on WhatsApp, or however else you can contact us, we'll be able to respond, you know.
But you have
that's where you can find us out.
Profile, right? On your wall.
Sorry? I missed that.
Details? Do you have your contact details on your wall?
Yes, 100%. They plastered all over our social media, so you can definitely, it's easy to get in touch with us. You can check my Twitter profile, my Instagram profile, my Facebook profile. I even have a LinkedIn profile, which another thing I should say, a lot of artists don't have. And there's opportunity on LinkedIn, you feel me? So now that's like a new market that people aren't seeing. But anyway, I'll tell you about that off air. It's a little bit confidential. You feel me? Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you so much, Dan, for joining us. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Thank
you for having me, Jasmine. This was my first interview, I should say, and I had so much fun. Been talking too much. Thanks, Jasmine. This one's definitely going in the history books.
Lawyer.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I do appreciate it. It's been such fun talking to you.
Yeah, thank you. Do you still want to know about the party for tonight, or can I private?
Yes, you can do it quickly. We can do it private. You can private message me depending on your show. I understand that, yeah, you probably pressed for time a bit, and I ended up yapping more than I should. So we can chat about it in the DMs. You can slide in my DMs. Sliding, electric slide.
Yes.
Sir.
Thank you so much for joining me, and yeah, all the best with the future and your music and your legal career. So
thank you so much, Jasmine. That's such sweet words. Thank you, and all the best party for tonight as well. Thank you for having me. Thank you for everyone who tuned in, and I hope to chat to you again soon, Jasmine.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks guys for watching. Bye, Dan.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye.